Welcome! If you're looking for a quick and easy fish soup, you've come to the right place. Not only is this soup delicious, but also a great way to incorporate healthy protein and omega-3 fatty acids into your diet. I'll be using frozen white fish and king prawns to create a light and flavorful dish with minimal prep time needed. So this recipe is great if you don't want to clean and descale fresh fish. There's no compromise on flavor though. The end result is a divinely scrumptious and flavorful soup. Here's what you'll need. All the details, including how I made the stock, can also be found in the video description. In the meantime, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel for more delicious recipes and hit the bell button to receive notification of when I upload new videos. Let's get started. Start by prepping the vegetables. You'll need 2 sticks of celery. Cut into strips, then chop as small as you can. All the vegetables will be cut into tiny pieces for this soup. Then take 2 onions and again chop as small as you can. You can also use an electric chopper if you have one. Red onions, shallots or fresh spring onions can also be used. Then I've used 1 capia and 1 green bell pepper. You can vary which peppers you use depending on what you have available. For a spicier soup, you can add fresh chili peppers also. If necessary, go back over the chopped peppers to make sure the pieces are nice and small. Chop 2 to 3 carrots depending on their size. You'll need approximately 240 grams. First cut the carrots into halves, then into thin strips before chopping into small pieces. The last vegetable to prepare is 480 grams of potatoes. Depending on their size, you would need approximately 2 to 3 potatoes. Again, after cutting them into halves, slice into approximately ½ centimeter strips, then cut into small cubes. Place the chopped potatoes into a bowl of cold water to prevent them discolouring. Crush then chop between 5 to 10 garlic cloves depending on your taste and the size of the cloves. My ones were a bit on the little side, so I added approximately 10. You can also use a garlic press to do this. Veg all prepped, time to put this soup together. In a large pan big enough to take 2.5 to 3 litres of liquid, melt 60 grams of butter and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. When the butter has melted, add the chopped onions and saute on medium heat until translucent. Add the chopped peppers and continue to stir until they soften. After a few minutes, add the chopped carrots and continue stirring on medium heat. Add the chopped celery and reduce the heat. Keep stirring for around 3 to 4 minutes. Then add the chopped potatoes. Stir on low heat for 5 minutes, then add the garlic. Keep stirring to blend everything together for a few more minutes. Then add 400 grams or 1 tin of chopped plum tomatoes. When the tomatoes have been blended in thoroughly, add the seasoning. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon each of chili pepper, mixed herbs and salt. Mix to combine, then add 2 litres of stock. I've made up some chicken stock for this recipe and you can find out how I did that in the video description. You can also choose to use a stock cube and water if you prefer, but I find that homemade stock is so much more delicious and chicken stock goes very well in this dish. Cover and allow to cook on medium heat for 45 minutes whilst you prepare the fish. I'm using 800 grams of frozen white fish and 400 grams of king prawns. You should allow the fish to thaw for a few hours so that you can easily cut them into pieces. I allowed mine to thaw overnight in the fridge. Cut the fish into generous bite-sized pieces of about 3 cm squares, as they tend to shrink a bit when cooked and it's nice to have chunks of fish to bite into. After 45 minutes, the vegetables should have softened by now and you can add the fish to the pan. Gently stir in the fish to distribute evenly, then cover and cook for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, add a handful of freshly chopped basil leaves to further enhance the flavour of this delicious soup. Then finally add 3 tablespoons of cornflour dissolved in a little cold water to thicken the sauce. Gently stir in and cook for a further 10 minutes or until the sauce thickens. If after 10 minutes you want the sauce thicker, just add a tablespoon more of dissolved cornflour until you are happy with the consistency. In total, the cooking time was 1 hour and 10 minutes. Serve with fresh crusty bread or white rice for a deliciously satisfying meal. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more of my delicious recipes. Bye for now, see you next time.